Good evening, Thornton parents. Welcome to Financial Aid Night 2020. Thank you so much for attending. We have so many great things in store for you this evening. And now I'd like to introduce Miss Wanda Russell. She is our assistant principal over counselors, and she will do the introductions.
Good evening. Before I introduce our fabulous counseling team, let me first introduce you to our administrative team. Dr. Tony L. Ratliff, Principal. Mr. Todd Whitaker, Associate Principal. Mr. Mason Newell, Assistant Principal. And Mr. Benjamin Blakely, Assistant Principal. And I am Wanda Russell, Assistant Principal. And now for our division leaders. Mrs. Jennifer Mitchell, Math and Business Department. Mrs. Jelani Lewis, EOA, Reading, Speech, and Library. Mrs. Ferris Williams, Science and Career Tech Education Department. Mr. Wayne Denler, Physical Education and Family and Consumer Science Department. Mr. Nicholas Tarala, Social Studies and Fine Arts Department.
Mrs. Scott Moody, located in room 233A. Last name A through CL, class of 2021, 2022. A through DI, class of 2023. A through C, class of 2024. Mrs. Moody is also the prom sponsor. Please note her email address, office voicemail, and Google Voice number. Mrs. Walker, located in room 111. Last names CO through GOM, class of 2021 and class of 2022. DO through HE, class of 2023. D through HA, class of 2024. Mrs. Walker is also our AVID counselor for grades 9 and 12. Please note Ms. Walker's email address, office voicemail number, and Google voicemail number. Mrs. Hill Jackson, located in room 169, last names GON through KID, class of 2021, class of 2022, HI through J, class of 2023, HE through L, class of 2024. Mrs. Hill Jackson is also the AVID counselors for grade 10th and 11th. Please note her email address, office voicemail, and Google voicemail number. Mrs. Pervan, located in room 169. Last names KIL through PARH, class of 2021, class of 2022. JE through O, class of 2023. M through RE, class of 2024. Mrs. Pervan is also our advanced placement coordinator. Please note her email address, office voicemail number, and her Google voicemail number. Mrs. Troutman, located in room 385, servicing last names Park through S, class of 2021 through the class of 2023. RH through T, class of 2024. Mrs. Troutman is also the senior class sponsor. Please note her email address, her office voicemail number, and her Google voicemail number. Mr. Reddick, located in room 111, servicing last names T through Z, class of 2021 through 2023, U through Z, class of 2024. Mr. Reddick is also the IB International Baccalaureate Counselor for all IB students. Please note Mr. Reddick's email address, his office voicemail number, and his Google Voice number. Mrs. King, our college and career counselor, located in room 211. Mrs. King can assist and help you with Navient, free applications for federal student aid, college apps, tours, and much, much more. Please note Mrs. King's email address, her office voicemail, and her Google Voice number.
Graduation requirements for your senior are 20.5 academic credits, 3.5 physical education, if no exemptions, 4 English, 3 math, 3 social studies, 3 science, health, speech, U.S. history, and economics and government, 6.5 elective credits, completion of a college and career portfolio, pass the federal and state constitution, and complete the SAT. Also this year, a graduation requirement has been added. It is completion of the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA. Graduation day for this year's seniors, the class of 2021, is Sunday, May 16th, 2021. This year there is credit recovery. The session started on September 14th. You should have already been contacted by your counselor individually if you're in a credit recovery class. If you have any questions, please contact your student's counselor. There's academic support built into this virtual schedule. Communication or support time are 11:30 through 12:20 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. All times are by appointment. Students may make arrangements with the staff member in order to meet. The College and Career Portfolio is a District 205 graduation requirement. The project coordinator is Ms. Shauna Scott Moody. Her number is 708-225-4217. You can contact her if you have any questions or concerns about the College and Career Portfolio. Our graduation, senior cap and gown packages are handled by Chicago Balfour. The address is on the screen. If you need to contact Balfour directly, the number is 708-418-8400. TTHS Prom 2021 is still to be determined this year. More information to follow. Every senior needs to make a 3E post-high school plan. The 3E plan has 3 parts. Number 1, Plan A. Decide and get proof of what you want to do after graduation. There are 5 options. To be enrolled in a 4-year university, to be enrolled in a 2-year college like South Suburban, to be enrolled in a trade school or an apprenticeship, to enlist in the military, to be employed full-time. Plan B, apply to South Suburban College. No matter what your Plan A is, you must apply to South Suburban. And number 3 is complete the FAFSA after October 1st. This is part of the plan, and it is also a graduation requirement. Every senior must complete the FAFSA. Now, where will you be enrolled, enlisted, or employed? The top factors in a four-year university admissions process is the student's transcript. The school will review their grades and the strength of their schedule and their class rank. The GPA should be a 2.3 or higher if your student wants to pursue a four-year university. This year, many of the colleges are going test optional, so they will definitely be heavily depending on the transcript in order to let them know what type of student your student is. They may also require a personal statement from your student, a writing sample, or some other way to get to know your student. In addition, they may ask for recommendations from teachers, coaches, counselors, and or mentors to get a better idea of your student. This year, many schools are going test optional because the students were not able to take the test in the spring as normal. But what if your student is not ready for a four-year university? Their GPA may be less than a 2.3, SAT score may be lower than 950. They may not have the money to go away to school right now, or they may just not be ready to leave for university right now. If that's the case, you can choose a plan that requires only a diploma. There are four other options: a community college, the military, job or trade programs, and then full-time employment. Those are great options. To help us make the post-high school plan, we have a great tool. It's called Naviance. It's an online software program that can be used for various things: exploring careers, creating a resume, signing up to meet with college representatives, researching 2- and 4-year colleges, researching technical and trade schools, applying to college, and using the Common App or other vehicles, requesting transcripts to be sent to colleges and scholarship organizations, searching for scholarships. If you have any questions or concerns or would like to know more about Naviance, please contact Mrs. King, the College and Career Counselor, or your individual counselor. Listen to this quote by our great former President Barack Obama. In a global economy where the most valuable skill you can sell is your knowledge, a good education is no longer just a pathway to opportunity. It is the prerequisite. And now we're going to talk a minute about applying to a four-year university. If your senior is going to be applying this fall to a four-year university, the following slides are suggested calendar of events that your senior should be following. Let's start off with the fall months, the fall semester. Complete applications before the priority deadlines. Apply for scholarships. Check for decisions. Most importantly, attend financial aid night, which is right now. This is a schedule, again, for your senior to complete if they're going to apply to a four-year university. The most important thing that you will get from this night is completing the FAFSA. First of all, it is a graduation requirement from the state of Illinois, and it's the only way that you're going to get help to pay for school or training after high school. It is available for your senior starting October 1st at www.fafsa.gov. Also, help is available for completing this important form. Please check in the virtual CCC or the Google Classroom CCC, where you will be getting information on help for completing the FAFSA. You can make appointments with ISAC reps as well as talent search reps that will help you complete this important form. This is a copy of the Public Act 101.0180, beginning the 2021 school year. In addition to all the other graduation requirements, a student must meet one of the following requirements to receive a public high school diploma. Number 1, file a FAFSA application. Number 2, file an application for state or financial aid. Number 3, file a waiver, opt out with a school district. The Illinois Students Assistance Commission, or ISAC College, has a way of helping you with the FAFSA and with making a post-high school plan. The screen will show you the different phone numbers that are available for you to call. These are hotline numbers for you to call to get help and immediate assistance from ISAC. You just dial the one that is in your area code, and there will be an immediate assistant there to help you with any questions that you may have about filing your FAFSA or other questions about post-high school plan. So what is financial aid? There are 4 primary sources of financial aid: loans, employment, work study, grants, and scholarship. These are the legs that help us pay for school. Get it? Legs. There are 2 primary categories of financial aid. There's merit-based. This is usually from the college or from foundations, and it's based solely upon the student's credentials, the student's accomplishments. If you've done something good or if you have been a great student, you can get merit-based aid. And then there's need-based. This is calculated by using your free application for federal student aid or your FAFSA. There's also other aid applications that you might have to complete in order to get need-based aid. Sources can be federal, state, or institutional for this aid. Types of need-based aid include grants, student loans, and work study. Scholarships at Thornton. Scholarships can be found in your Naviance account. If you go into your colleges tab, you'll see a tab entitled Scholarships and Money. All local and national scholarships can be found in this location. In addition to that, there are scholarship lists on Thornton's website in the College and Career page. And applications can also be found in the virtual CCC from time to time. Just a note about scholarships. Your student will be responsible for completing all paperwork and mailing all information for scholarships. Now, the rest of the year, December through May, your student will need to watch the mail, email, or check their account with the university for their acceptance letters from universities. They also still need to be finding and applying for scholarships. This is something that they will need to do all year long. In May and June, you can look forward to Decision Day. The official decision day for colleges and universities is May 1st. and Thornton's decision day will be around that day also. They will also look forward to applying for housing and sending a deposit. They will be paying registration or tuition deposits during this time, and they will also be requesting medical records from Thornton's school nurse. Finally, the last act that they will need to complete at Thornton is requesting a final graduation transcript. They will do this as part of the graduation procedures. I just want to say that make sure you know that in this process, the internet can be your best friend or your worst enemy. You make the choice. The internet can be a great source for finding information for post-high school plans, for finding and applying for scholarships for post-high school plans, but it can also be a place where if you post the wrong thing on your social media accounts, those things can come back to bite you in this process. Make sure you're using the internet and this virtual world as your friend and posting only positive and great things about yourself and using your time on the internet to make positive, great interactions. I also want to warn you and let you know that you need to beware of financial aid scams. The first letter in the FAFSA, the F, stands for free. You should never pay for anything that is free. Beware of any type of programs or scams that are trying to get your money to help you go through this process. You don't need to pay in order to file the FAFSA or to get scholarships. If you're paying for a scholarship, then it's not really a scholarship. Please make sure you protect your personal information as you are going through this process. Only enter it. The colleges will ask you for social security numbers, as well as the FAFSA will ask you for social security numbers. You should not be asked by scholarship organizations for a social security number or any numbers for credit cards or account numbers. Be very careful during this process. We want to guarantee that you'll win, and we don't want anyone to lose any money in this process. Finally, I'd like to let you know that there is a virtual CCC or College and Career Center that your student has access to. You can also be invited to join and get the information from the College and Career Center. Just make sure your student enters your information. The class code is listed. You can find all the post-high school planning information in the virtual CCC. I also have a Google Voice number, 708-590-4490. Please make sure your student is checking daily in the virtual CCC for messages and information and for making plans. Please make sure your student has joined the Remind text messaging program. The information for joining can be found in the virtual CCC. You can also make appointments with ISAC and Talent Search reps through using the link in the virtual College and Career Center. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us. If you have questions, concerns, or issues, please don't hesitate to contact me in the virtual College and Career Center. Now you can join in the presentation that will be given by none other than Dr. Jonathan McKenzie from the Family Centered Educational Agency. His presentation is very informative and helpful for making college or post-high school planning affordable for everyone. Thanks to all of you for attending and making this a great financial aid night.